Alrighty, I am back. Okay, so this is the insert. We're going to make 2 of these, and then we're going to make another one that's slightly different. But this is really cool, and it looks way more complicated than it actually is. But you'll see there's a pocket here. When we flip this open, there's a pocket here. Let me use my little thing here. There's a pocket here. We open this up. There's a cute little flappy thing here. It's a little closure. There is a pocket here. There is a pocket here and here, and there is a pocket here. Okay, and this will be one of the insert pages. This will be sewn into the signature. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Okay, so what you're going to need is a piece of something. This could be book page, or I'm using music paper. You could use a piece of a background paper. You could use whatever, cut off of an envelope, anything, it doesn't matter. The dimensions of mine, of course, are going to be the height of your page. So mine is 8.5, and then I have it 3 inches folded, so 6 inches this way. Okay, so you need that, and then you're going to need 2 background pages that are kind of neutral. Okay, now one of them I have scored gently 3/8 of an inch on each side, and the reason that I did that was just to give me a little bit of a lip for that pocket. So I'm just going to glue that down really quick. This one, I tried doing this with the Fabri-Tac a while ago, and it took forever, and it kind of warped it, which I've never had happen before. Well, it was interesting. Excuse me. I think I missed a little smidge here. Okay. And maybe it's just from overworking the paper anyway. I don't know. So we're going to take the other neutral. Oh, and then the other 2, you're going to need 2 backgrounds that have more images. So I've chosen these, and I've cut them down. This is 8.5 this way, but I've cut them down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.25. Okay, and I just eyeballed that based on where I wanted it to sit on the page, like such, so that I'd have room. And anyway, that's where I got those measurements. Now, if your pages aren't 8.5, they're 8.25, you're gonna just trim a little bit off the edge to make it 8.25. Or don't even worry about it, whatever size it is, and you're trimming it, because it's just gonna go there. It doesn't have to be an exact size. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this image, and there's no direction on this, but if you have a direction on yours, you'll want it at the top, facing the top, you know, correct orientation. And then I am just going to glue this down with the fold to the outside and make a little flap. And basically what I'm going to do is sandwich this flap in between these 2 background pages. So let's see if I can do this without getting glue all over myself. So I'm going to align this on the left side, just like that. Okay, not too hard. Then we're going to open this out. Okay. And I'm going to take this piece that I have glued the ends, and I am going to glue across the top. And I'm getting a shadow, so I can't see real well. I don't know how to get that shadow out of there. Some days are better than others. Okay, and then I am going to align this with the right side here, like this, so that we have that pocket there. Okay, so we've glued across the top and the bottom. And you want to, as you go, you want to get the oozing because you don't want to have something stuck down later when you get to it, decorating or whatever. Okay, so we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here, and we have a flap here. That's where we are so far. Okay, now I'm going to take, the next thing I'm going to do is fold this, and I'm going to fold this in, and I'm going to fold this while this is here and just butt it up against that edge, and that way I know if I fold that down, okay, I'm going to have room for that. All right, this is going to actually go inside, but you'll get the right page fold. It's basically just folding it in half. It's not a big deal, but I always try to line it up so that I know I can close that flap, or I've got room for the flap. And I'm going to burnish out. Okay, so we're going to open that back up, and I've got these. I need to decide, one is going to go inside and one is going to go outside, and I think I want this one on the outside. So I'm going to fold this in like this, and I'm going to do something slightly different on this one than I did on the other one. I think on this one I'm going to fold back these corners like this, and I will glue that down. But you could leave these, you don't have to fold them. I just thought it might look cool with the angled pocket, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll use my glue stick on this one. Okay, and oops, I missed my 28-pound paper. It was a little bit more durable, but that's okay. This one will work. Okay, so this is going to be attached here about 1/4 inch from the bottom, and you can see we're going to have those the little page like that. Okay, so I am going to glue this side, this side, this side, but what I've done here is I'm folding it back, okay, and then I'm bringing it to where I want it, 1/4 inch from the bottom, and then I'm going to fold this over and butt that right up against, pushing right up against the spine there, and then I'm going to open it up, okay, and that's going to give me the placement I need. Whoops, I'm going to do the spine, the bottom, and then go up to where that fold is. Okay, now careful, I'm supposed to do it without moving it. If that happens, just line it back up and fold this page back over. Okay, and now we know that one's where it's supposed to be. Close up the, and I'm going to glue this one. Won't have to worry about this piece moving. Oops, got some, and I want to go ahead and close that back up because I want to make sure that it is not going to impede the opening and closing of that. So I want to get off all of this excess glue wherever it oozed. And we will come back and decorate some of this. But now we're going to flip this over, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Only this time I'm not going to fold those pockets. Oops. Gee whiz, I don't think I cut this straight. Let's line it up the best I can. Not going to be noticeable because there's so much writing on there. But on this one, I'm going to slide it and get it to where I want, which is not quite 1/4 inch, maybe 1/2 inch from the bottom. And this time we are going to do the top and the bottom. And if you wanted to, you could fold over a lip on that side. I'm not going to, but you could. If your paper is 20 pounds, you might want to do that. because there will be, you know, things going in and out of this. Okay, making sure I'm pushing that up and it's where I want it. And then I'm going to flip the whole thing over and repeat. Top and bottom. Ooh. Now that it's full, it's really coming out at the beginning. Oh goodness. I want to make sure I get that blob off of there. And then I have a bunch in the middle, I can see it. Okay. Just the little strings. Oops. Get those out. And then that's what I love about Fabri-Tac. You have a little bit of leeway there. Okay, now you can leave it like this. This is going to fold in here, and that's going to be like that, and you can have your insert, or you can add the little flippy flappy thing onto your music page. Now the way I did that was, and you know me, I have to measure. I just want to find the center, and so it should be right there, 4 1/4 on either side. And I'm just going to make a little tick mark at 0. That's just going to help me line up this card. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this, and I think it's like 2 and almost 3/8. It's about 2 3/16, something like that. It's a weird size that because of the way I printed. Okay, and I will erase that. I'm gonna just do a little bit of edging. Now this was an envelope that came in the April collection. It came like this. Oops. It came like this. It's an envelope, and I've cut this part off and using this on the other side. So don't be afraid to, you know, change up things from what they're intended. Kind of, I don't always do that, but I do. I have done a lot of what did I call them? Deconstructed pockets, where I take or deconstructed envelopes where I turn them into other things because I don't always want the envelope. All right, so we're going to match up those little marks, set that down, and then we're going to fold this, and I'm going to slide it into that. I don't know if you can see it. I want to go down, but not all the way. I want to make sure that I have room to fold it. There we go. Okay, so it's along the crease, but it's not over the crease. Okay, so now we want to put this piece on and make it look like an envelope again, just a different kind of envelope. And this hangs over a little bit too much because when I fold this, I have just a smidge hanging off. So I'm going to trim that down just a bit before I punch my little notch, because last time I did it first. It's slightly off center, which nobody else would notice except me because I did it, but you probably didn't notice it when I showed it to you. But let's see, if I put that on there like that, and yeah, that's going to give it a little bit of room. Not worried about that. Alright, so now I can pull out my, I love the notch on my envelope punch board, but if you don't have an envelope punch board, just use your circle punch or trace something, you know, find something round and draw a circle. Okay, so now it's 3, so I'm going to do 1.5 and punch. And I just like putting these on there because it lets you know there's a pocket. Okay, I feel like, is that I feel like that, it looks like pencil, but it's not. I think it's just extra ink. Okay. Alright. Now we'll take that, find our little holy thing, and we are going to not attach on this side, but we are going to line it up on this side. We're going to fold it. Okay. Then we're going to carefully, without moving, lay it down, and we're going to open this, stick our thumb in here, and hold that. Okay. And then I'm going to glue carefully on 3 sides. Are we still recording? Yes, I have 13 minutes. I always seem to check it at 13 minutes. That's funny. Okay. Now, I think I just put a little bit of lace on the bottom of that for now, but we're going to come back and decorate that anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. But the way you get this to stay is by adding a word. So what did we add on the last one? We added choose joy. Okay, let's do thoughts. And these are on the word page in the April kit. In case I didn't mention it, it's pink Monarch prints. I'm a little behind getting my April projects, getting around to using the April collection. But I love these papers. This green, especially, this paper is really pretty too. It's a fun one. Okay, so I'm just going to put a tad right on the edges. I'm going to let that kind of set for a second. And then on this envelope, I just want to come up like 1/8 of an inch. I barely want that to tuck in, because sometimes tucking these, trying to get them tucked in to where you want them to is a pain for me, because I put these up too high. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not getting that. I also want to try to center it, but I'm basically using that envelope for that. Let's see how I did. How did we do? So I know this is 4 1/4 on either. Yeah, look at that. I did pretty darn good. Okay. I'm going to say that's okay. And I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to hold it and pop that out so that it's not pulling up on it. And one of the things that will help it stay also is burnishing this part right here. It'll help it hold it flat. And so there we go. We have pocket, 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 fold, pocket. We have a pocket. You see why I may have to come back in here and trim that out just a smidge. Pocket, and then pocket. So this has a lot of pockets, which is really fun. But even if I trim this, because I've glued this down, that edge will be fine. So, but that's why I try and make sure I have enough room for this. This doesn't go on the outside. It's going to go in here, so it doesn't really matter. I think it's okay. All right. So this one I folded that way too, because I was looking at that piece. So now I have 2 of these, and I need 1 more, but I'm not going to do this method now, so you can see another method. Now, if you want to see all of Francesca's, her video is in the description box, the link, because she did like 5 different inserts, or she did 5 inserts. I don't know if they were all different, but I know at least 2 of them were different that I noticed. So, okay, I will be back with the next one, and then we'll start putting things together. So this one is going to be similar to the other one, but instead of making the envelope, we're going to make a little flippy pocket page. So I'm going to make this one my pocket. And I am just going to fold it. And then I am going to score on this edge over here. That's not my scoreboard. I'm going to score a 1/2 inch on this side. Actually, I'm going to turn it around and I will score. I don't like this one. I feel like I love to use my bone folder for burnishing and stuff, but I dropped it and I broke the tip. That is why it cuts my paper. So I'm just going to score at 5. And this is going to be our flippy piece. So I will trim that, and let's decide. I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together, and then that will make our pocket. So let's, yeah, I think I like this way, and it's going to go in like that. So let's do this first. We're going to go ahead and glue along the bottom to close that, and then just glue the flap together. And the glue will the glue will also strengthen this little flippy flat piece. So press that down. Got all my papers here. Not worrying about the white edge because it's not gonna show. Now, you know, I trimmed at 5, so that means this piece is gonna be 5 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that back and forth. And so if I'm gonna make a thumb notch at the top, which I am, then I want to do it at 1/2 of 5 inches, right? Yes, so 2.5. And I'll just punch there, and that way everyone will know there's a pocket. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do this similar to the way we did the other one. Okay, I've got this. I think I'm going to put on the back side. No, that's going to be on the outside. Those are going to be my pockets. All right, so these are my background pages. This one is going to be on the outside. Okay, so turn that upside down, and I'm going to attach this flap to this. Yeah, I guess that's the way it goes. Just like that. Second guessing myself. So I hope everyone is doing well, having a great day. Today, for me, as I'm recording this, it is Saturday. My husband is on nights for the last few days, so he's been home during the day and holding down the fort so I could actually work back here. So that's been nice. And right now he's in the process of trying to convert some of our VHS tapes that we still, you know, we've gotten rid of so much of them, but some of our VHS tapes that have like old things that we haven't been able to find. If we've replaced it, then we've gotten rid of the VHS tape, but some stuff you just can't get. There we go. So that will work like that. This I want to score again. I found that the 3/8 works the best. Now you have to be really super careful scoring this. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, so he's in there recording. He got a little device to transfer his video. So he's in there watching and recording the Walton's Thanksgiving 1, 2, 3/8. I think that's the one where John Boy gets engaged. Finally. Okay, let's see. We didn't really watch that show when I was a kid. I don't know why. Because I know my friends did, but it either came on opposite something else or it was annoying. I guess, I don't know. Because the kids did fight a lot. I didn't realize that until I went back and watched it. We weren't allowed to fight in our house. We didn't. So that was something that was hard for me to get used to when I first got married, was that my husband's sisters used to fight. You know, just and even some of our family members and stuff, that it's like, wow, they fought. I forgot to fold this, so I'm going to do this now. But, oh no, it folds after. Never mind. Okay, you know what I did wrong here? You see it? I need to put something here. So I think I'm going to use a strip of music, because I have it, right? So why not? Let's just use, yeah, I'll just use that piece. I am going to need to cut it down. But anyway, yeah, there were a lot of shows that my dad didn't really care for, because my stepdad didn't care for them because they were too noisy or whatever. We watched Happy Days, but no, Vernon Shirley was a noisy one. So we didn't watch them. We didn't watch One Day at a Time. All my friends watched that when I wasn't allowed to watch it. Although now looking back, you know, after you have kids, your perspective changes. You know, that really wasn't really an appropriate show for kids, but, well, I guess it was for older kids, but not for us. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Anyway, so, not much is new around here. My daughter did get a job, and my son is working. Well, all three of my kids are working. I guess that's success, since, I mean, they're not working full-time, but they're working. And they're getting there. So, I think I'm going to put it with the music side up. And we have, my husband's birthday is coming up, so we've got tickets to a place here. It's a dinner theater, and they're playing All Shook Up, which the description says Elvis meets Shakespeare. So I'm not sure what to expect, but that's what we're doing for his birthday. And then my sister-in-law is getting married, so we're going to be heading out to her wedding. So the summer is going to go by too quick, I think. Alright, let's get that up to the top. I'd rather have it lined up with the top than the bottom, because it's more noticeable. And then I can just ink the bottom here. Oops. There we go. Alright, now we'll get this one on. And this one just gets glued at the top and the bottom. This is where I'm having a hard time seeing, so I'm going to turn this. And maybe it's the white on white, not the shadow. I don't know. Okay. And I like to line that one up there. Yeah, that works. So now it looks like it's supposed to be that way, and I didn't goof up. Okay? So I want to make sure that dries before I fold it. Excuse me, I need a drink. So I hope you're liking the series. hope you're liking this series. I'm kind of putting two things together, but isn't that what we do? Make it our own. That's what we should be doing. And I feel like this needs to move up a smidge. Although I will admit that there are some things that I will do and follow along just to make sure that it comes out the way that they did it, because I love it so much, and that's okay. I usually will use different papers or different embellishments or what have you. So, all right, so we have our pocket there and our pocket there. Let's take these, and I want to cut these down to 6 1/4. Let's see, I want the top portion, and okay, that's right. And I will do 6 1/4 on this. I have a bunch of these strips left over, so that's fun. And let's see, what kind of pocket do we want to make here? I think I want to do this one on the outside, so we'll use this one on the inside. And kind of coordinate, you know, being a document. She did all kinds of things, Francesca, with these. She made belly bands, or she made a pocket, or she made one pocket in a page, and she may not have cut them down this small. I don't recall. But what do I want to do on this one? You could leave this as a flip and put something else there, but I think maybe I'll do a top pocket on this one and a side pocket on this one, and then we'll have two different things. I want to put just a little bit of ink here. I know I said there wasn't going to be any inking, but I lied, and I will straight up admit it. Sometimes it just feels like you got to add some ink to get some oomph. Does that make sense? Ink for oomph. To get it, I don't know. It's got aging, it's got grunginess, it's got texture, but I just needs a little bit something else. So, yeah, see, it needs that little border. So I'm going to glue these in the same way. I'm going to put it down about 1/4 inch from the bottom, pushing it to the spine. And then I'm going to do this as a side pocket, so top and bottom. I am going to do the bottom, and that's what holds it into the spine. Did I get enough glue? I hope you can see. I've probably done everything off screen. I'm going to go back and edit these and go, oh, what was the point? Oops. Okay. So once you have that one down and you know it's a side tuck, we want this one to be a top tuck. So we are going to glue this 3 sides. So this will be a hybrid of the other one. Well, no, we did corner pockets on that one, didn't we? That's okay. Alright. So I'm going to fold it and get that glued down. Now we're going to do this one. And I am going to just put a little bit of ink around the edges. Fold that over. And the reason I wanted this one on the outside is because this is just a light background, and I think that'll pop. Yep. So what should we do here? How about 2 side pockets? And we can glue down the middle. What do you think? And we could do the same thing on that side, because we have about the same amount of room with this one. So let's do that. We'll do top and the spine, bottom, and we will guesstimate halfway. I don't think I made it. I think this one's slightly bigger on this side, but it'll work. right. And we will flip that whole thing over and repeat. Top, spine, bottom, and middle. Not too bad. Catch all these spiders. Spider webs. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Yeah, got one right here. Don't want those. Although those usually come off with my bone folder. I can stick them in the pocket and get rid of those. So there we go. So now we've got 4 pockets on this one, and we've got that big top pocket there. This can go this way. This can go this way. Whatever works. I may put this one on the outside because I kind of like the way that looks. And then we'll embellish, you know, with a pocket of some sort here. You can put these, because they're basically trifolds, you could put this in your signature so that this is this way. And then when your book is closed, you know, whatever. But you could also put this in your spine, and then this would be the flip out. Make sense? Okay. All right. So I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we will get to putting these together and figure out a cover. See you next time.